What's his name? Shang Tsung. He's like, for every one that you kill, there's another one that will replace them. But when he disappears, you see Sub-Zero kind of, he gets engulfed by the black smoke.
He's
Goro, same thing with Goro. So he's coming back. I would assume that they're coming back because their bodies are. They only showed like 2 or 3 of them that were getting kind of like teleported back with Shang Tsung. But I would assume that most of them, if not all of them, are coming back. And yeah, I think like that gives them an out to be like, well, we killed him, but it's okay. It's just like the video game. He's just gonna come back. He's gonna respawn.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, Shang Tsung says something like, for us, death is nothing more than another realm, or something like that. Which is, I was like, alright, that's cool. Maybe that's, because, of course, in the lore, Sub-Zero really does die like a few times, and he'll come back as different characters, you know what I mean? So that would explain how Joe Taslim is, and if they decide to move on with this franchise, is signed on for like 3 movies already. That's Sub-Zero, the actor who played Sub-Zero.
Oh, he's on there?
Yeah, I forgot that we had talked about that in the US.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of, that kind of really spoils any surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's tied in for 3, a total of 3. So yeah, they'll bring him back. Also because I feel like any teaser, I feel like this is a teaser, there's gonna be, if it's gonna be a trilogy for sure, this first one is supposed to bring you in, leaving you on the cliffhanger, which they did for Johnny Cage. Is there even someone who's casted as Johnny Cage yet?
No. There's what's his
Rumors?
name? The dude from WWE. Shit, I forget his name.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No.
The Miz.
The Miz wants
Get
to be
the fuck out
wants to be Johnny Cage.
No.
And I think the creators of the OG Mortal Kombat actually said that they wouldn't mind him doing it.
The Miz?
Yeah.
Because he's so cheeky?
I think because he's kind of embodies that Hollywood, like...
He's like over the top.
Yeah.
American actor.
I'm telling you,
Conor McGregor, dude. Or some
yeah,
shit.
our fucking... I'm telling you, I still think Chris Evans should do it.
I think we talked about last week or the week before, Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds has been rumored.
I don't think they would put it.
He's getting kind of old now, though.
Yeah, you could see in Deadpool, but...
You think they would... I was going to say, you think they would use him for that?
Nah. I doubt it.
Too high profile.
Yeah, he would outclass every fucking person, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Then they probably should bring the Miz.
I'm trying to think who. There's somebody out there that could be Johnny Cage. You know who I thought
Steve-O.
I thought the Johnny Cage, the dude, I don't know his name in real life, but from the OG Mortal Kombat, and that dies in like 5 seconds in Annihilation. He was a good Johnny Cage.
The actual guy,
Yeah.
the actual Cage.
The actor that they picked for Johnny Cage, I felt like he was fun. Or Chris Evans, like Onaris was saying. Chris Evans could do the fucking Lucas.
Yep. Telling you, dude.
It was Johnny Cage, man.
Lucas Lee, dude. Chris Evans, the guy. I'm trying to look for who played Melina.
Sissy.
Yeah. We didn't talk about Melina's character. She was really, really awesome, even though she didn't say anything, pretty much.
She says something when they introduce her, right? Which she's like...
She's very badass in that shit.
Yeah.
I just like the way...
She mentions too, Shang Tsung, that their hitmen or whatever, our assassins have taken out another, or a few of the champions that are selected for Earthrealm.
She's like Boba Fett. She doesn't say much, but she's very strong.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
She was kind of a dick to Sonya also when she pulls her, because she pulls the blade out of Sonya and she licks the blood and she's like, this isn't the blood of a champion.
Yeah.
You're not even worth the effort.
Your death means nothing. And then she teleports out of there.
Yeah, she doesn't say much, but yeah, I thought she was a pretty cool character. And she's part of the Baraka clan, right?
Yeah, there's Terracotta or whatever that race is, but there's a lot of racism going on the internet about when people found out that she was cast, and they were just like, why is Melina like black now?
Oh my god.
Seriously, like
Really?
people were legit offended of that. And I was just like, first of all, Melina is nothing but she's a clone of Katana.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And if they're like some race where they could be like they're indigenous, they could be anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's no real like it makes sense that she could be
Fictional characters.
Yeah. She could be black, and she did such a good job.
She did a very good job. She's like the iconic badass female in it, you know? I don't remember Sonya Blade. I remember her.
And since I thought it was interesting that she doesn't wear a mask, they keep her, and then she does reveal her teeth, even though it's not for very long. That's another thing.
Grin.
Is Melina was so good, and she was a wasted character because they just threw her away with Cole as Cole's kill, and then he has to be like, "Hey Sonya, like a little help." And then Sonya uses her Kana, and they just fucking blast her in the stomach. But again, all of this build up, and
also the blast in the stomach for some reason goes around the spinal cord.
They just did that because that's something you would see in the video. Game. Yeah, because, to be like overly gory. I mean, it makes sense, and visually it was cool. That was a cool kill, but it happens way too fast for how badass Melina was supposed to be. They don't even bother to show her being teleported at the end. Like they show when Shang Tsung is like, "Oh, death is just death is just like a portal, right?"
Yeah, she goes to Death Realm.
They show
maybe they're like you said. Is she locked in for another few movies?
Well, like I was saying, because in the actual lore, she is a clone of Katana. So, and this is just me guessing, but we could very well see her come out again as Katana. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
She could just come out as...
That would make sense.
And that'd be cool.
That would save a lot of money, too. So you wouldn't have to get
Yeah, if Warner Brothers is smart and they know anything about their property, they should do that.
Because she can just play like Parent Trap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to point out, I think I sent this to you, Wes. It was from Max Hong, or Hong. He's the guy who plays Kung Lao. He put out a tweet, and he was saying, because I guess he was getting a lot of tweets from fans saying, like, wow, I can't believe Kung Lao died. It sucks. I wish he'd be in the sequel. He actually put out a tweet saying, Kung Lao fans, hear me. As Albert Einstein used to say, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another.
So he's doing the Jedi, the dead Jedi, like he's just like a Force ghost.
I think he's just saying, don't count me out. I am probably coming back for the sequel.
Maybe he'll come back as the zombie Kung Lao.
Oh, that's right.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
And they'll use him as a bad guy for a little bit?
It could be a cool little battle that him and his cousin have to go through, for him to kind of overcome that, Liu Kang may have to kill him again.
Shaolin Monk spinoff, I'm telling you.
It's going to be relevant now that we're talking about it.
I'll tell you guys this. I feel like I like the movie and what they did. But it also feels like the first episode of a miniseries where you're like, well, where's the rest of it?
You know what it feels like? You know what it feels like, Wes? It feels like the first movie of 3.
Yeah. I was just going to say that it feels like a trilogy that makes you want more.
Yeah.
And I would say that, I think I have the same things that kind of tick you off, Wes, about this are probably almost the same things. I agree with most of everything that you said. I agree with. So it's not like I have no hate for what you're saying.
Okay.
But I think it just didn't affect my view of the movie as much as it did for you. I think I kind of saw those. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks, but that's kind of cheesy. Or like, wow, like they killed that person off this fast. Like how you said, she died. Sonya Blade killed her so fast, and it was, there was such build up for her character, and then she's gone in a second. Cole needs help, but those things do bother me because it was like, wow, that was pretty quick. There was no struggle. It would have been cool to see another 2-minute fight between her and Sonya for revenge.
But then but then they just kind of wuss out and they're like, oh, let's just move on. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what it felt like.
That's what I think their struggle was with. Also, there's so many characters that they have to kind of try to develop within a certain amount of time. That's why. And there's also a complaint from other people who've seen this movie that say, you have all of these characters from this lore of Mortal Kombat, and you choose these 8 people or 10 people, whatever it is. Why didn't you choose more? And then you have to go into, this movie's only an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
With credits, so it really is an hour and 45. And you have these 10 characters that you have to kind of somewhat establish and kind of give a 2-minute history lesson on them.
I feel like
understand that.
I feel like they took the traditional original characters and were trying to do an origins, because the way that they focused on Sub-Zero and Scorpion, I felt like they could have. It's like 2 or 3 stories within one that tie into one, and the first 8 minutes of the movie really brings you in, right? And it brings you into the universe of the Mortal Kombat that we know from the original movie, where it has the cheeky characters and everything. But the first 8 minutes is super some new Mortal Kombats that's unheard of. It's it brings you the gore, the way they fight, the realism, the frame, the color palette. It looks like it's it doesn't look like Mortal Kombat, and I felt that was a story within a story, and they kind of went all out in that first 8 minutes.
They fucked up because they opened with that, and you're
strong.
Yo, I'm down.
Yeah, very strong.
This is what we're getting for 2 hours. I'm down.
And then you get Kano.
And then it's just
Magic Mike.
Oh no! That was just we're just fucking with you. Here's what the movie is.
They're we made that for the fans of the first film to be yo, this is what it could be like. But you know what? I feel like I'm hoping that they go to that style of movie making in the second and third one, even if they just do intros like that, because it'll show you the 50-50 of the game and the movie, What I was saying is I think based on that opening, that intro, I was I could have been set with just watching a revenge film with just Scorpion and Sub-Zero, because to me, Scorpion and Sub-Zero or Bi-Han, those 2 characters outshined everyone. Yeah.
And for them to throw away Scorpion for Cole, who is obviously not as great of a character, and to wait all that time and then to bring Scorpion in for the final fight, which is a pretty decent final boss battle, but it's just what wasted talent, dude.
I feel like it was a trade-off. Hey, in order to make this type of film, we have to have this stuff in it, and if not, we're not going to do it. I felt like they saw an opportunity to throw in all these ideas from all of these games. But I think it's true. They should have kept it, like what you said, focused more on a revenge film between Scorpion, which is Hanzo, and Sub-Zero, Bi-Han. I felt like that story alone is worth diving into, and which they did for a little bit. But went to the future, and I feel like the future part of the movie is for the newer generation, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like a Phantom Menace right now. We still need Attack of the Clones.
All right.
And then we'll go from there. At least there's no. You know what? Cole is your Jar Jar. You know how everyone hates Jar Jar. Why did you bring Jar Jar?
Don't disrespect Louis 10 like that.
Hey, he's your guys' Jar Jar, dude.
Louis 10, if you're listening to this, I think you're awesome.
Again, I didn't say I don't. I just It was more the writing for his character. It just seemed like he didn't seem